ABC. Sunday. Movies. The ABC Sunday Night Movie.
Wow, back in the day, television channels used to get so excited to be showing crap. Not saying there weren't some classics that came out in that era, such as Duel, Killdozer, or Bad Ronald, but for every admittedly badass made-for-TV movie in the day, you'd have a Gidget Gets Married, or The Jerk 2, or Satan's School for Girls. And what a coincidence! That's the one I happen to be reviewing! It's amazing I remembered to throw that one in there. Satan's School for Girls was a 1973 TV production from none other than Aaron Spelling. And if you didn't know it was an Aaron Spelling telecast, look, it's got an angel in it. And another angel. And it was remade in 2000 starring Shannon Doherty. Watch, it'll get remade in a few years starring the guy from The Heights. Did Aaron Spelling always try to produce movies that were worse than loose cannons? Shit, the only movie masterpiece in this guy's filmography is Mr. Mom. Oh yeah, and it was also produced by Leonard Goldberg, the guy who brought us the Bad News Bears in Breaking Training. Because that's what the original Bad News Bears was missing, a bigger field. Wait a minute, I know this. This is just the opening of Death Proof. Great, so this is gonna be nothing but babbling for 75 fucking minutes. Which is just what cinema snobs like myself love in our exploitation. Nothing but talking. Shit, well, it looks like Marsha Brady's on the run from something. I hope it's not the cameraman, because it looks like he found her. So cliched straight-haired 70s chick makes it to a phone booth and lights up? You know, I miss that in movies, when our heroes used to just light up any time they wanted. In fact, I'm gonna do that right now. I am Steve McQueening the hell out of this review. The fuck? The fuck is Otis from Andy Griffith doing here? Ew, menthol. Susan Day here gets some advice from this guy, probably advising her to stay away from the pet cemetery, and she finds some shelter in an empty forest house. But it's still clear that someone else is in the room with her. Hopefully, a just arriving Joyce DeWitt can help her out. Oh shit, he shot her. Turns out this is fake Marsha Brady's sister, Elizabeth, and she's played by Pamela Franklin, who was in about one episode of every noteworthy TV series from the 70s, from The $6 Million Man to Gemini Man. Elizabeth recuperates inside 70s house here, where even her clothes are made from drapes. Christ, you don't even want to know about the shag carpeting. Elizabeth decides to investigate the all-girls school her sister was fleeing from in the hopes of finding out why she died. Oh, so it's like a women in prison movie, only jailbaitier. No, Aaron Spelling, come on, you can provide some better 70s driving music than this. What? Salem Academy? That's subtle. Between them naming the school Salem and the title of the movie being Satan's School for Girls, why doesn't it just give away every mystery of the movie? I swear, Satan's dick actually flings around on screen at one point. Just out of curiosity, what came first, this or Suspiria? Oh, this came first? Well, it still sucks. Let's see who the headmistress is. Oh, come on! Could she look any more like fucking Endora? I swear if the janitor isn't played by Paul Lynde, I'm gonna be extremely disappointed. The headmistress gives Elizabeth a lantern from the Goodwill, which will come in handy when she poses for the box art.
Yes, the new girl just arrived.
that's a TV movie. All right, commercial break.
The name of the game is Ball Buster. It's a family game, fun for children. And for adults, it's exciting. You make strategic offensive and defensive moves. Then try to bust your opponent's balls. It's as easy as checkers. But exacting like pool. You're a ball buster.
When we return, the ladies are in class to learn about effective ways of beating Cubert. Maybe I should pay attention here. One of the paintings in the class begins to freak them out, and Christ, that shit would freak Edward Munch out. Elizabeth attempts to find out more about her sister's friends.
She's dead now. Were you very close?
I assume they were close. Shit, they look like the same fucking actress. Their next class is being taught by Professor No, I'm not the killer. It seems like this guy's biggest obsession is confusing the hell out of mice. Mice whose squeaks seem to carry out into the hallway.
Now then, when you step on its tail, it squeaks.
When the girls relax for a bit, without any fucking pillow fights, they decide to go to a wine tasting hosted by not creepy Professor. Oh, did I say wine tasting? I meant that they're drinking Coors out of fancy glasses. Well, after this party, it won't be just the mountains that turn blue, as tragedy strikes yet again.
Lucy Devereaux committed suicide.
Wait, who?
It's two of us.
Wet your whistle.
No, don't cut to a fucking commercial. I don't know who Lucy is. Okay, a character who I don't remember fucking seeing has died, so I guess I'm interested in that investigation now? Oh, that seemed rather appropriate. Oh shit, the professor left his mice on. Elizabeth continues to search through the school halls in order to find out where the background of the creepy painting comes from. And oh, it doesn't look like she needs that lantern anymore. Apparently there's a spotlight in that room. Turns out that the background of the painting is from the holding cell in Goldfinger's ranch? Back in class the next day, Professor Hitler continues to demonstrate the mice maze to his students. Elizabeth is Elijah Wooding the hell out of this lecture. The more she hears the professor talk, the less she trusts him.
Roberta? I think it was Professor Delacroix that I saw in the cellar last night. What makes you think it was him?
Because look at him! He's clearly evil! He has a mustache! Well, when you want something investigated, you gotta investigate it right. That's why Elizabeth teams up with Angel Kate Jackson to complete the mystery. I'm sorry, the Charlie's Angels theme really isn't working here. This is what you get when you cross Charlie's Angels and Nancy Drew. And apparently it's really boring. But whenever we get a close-up of Elizabeth doing her Stockard Channing Pugh face, you know there's gonna be a dead body. And you know there's also gonna be a commercial break.
Listen to Remco's Baby Laugh a Lot. You're listening to Baby Laugh a Lot. She's the funniest doll you've ever seen. Just push the button and she starts to giggle. Get Baby Laugh a Lot by Remco.
The two girls are so worried they run right away to break the news to the not evil witch headmistress, because that makes a lot more sense than just calling the police. The ladies run to dig up some dirt on Professor Mouseketeer. Nothing but sexual harassment charges involving John Forsythe. Weird. All they find in the professor's lab are a bunch of dead mice, and while every other death in this movie has been written off as a suicide, I'm surprised the mice aren't dangling from tiny nooses. So once Professor Red Herring shows up to inform them that he is indeed not evil, he tries to escape but is instead drowned by members of the Manson family? Jesus, between this movie and Hawaii Five-0, was there ever a time in our history that demonized hippie chicks more than in the early 70s? Luckily, they're saved by Professor Handsome, and Kate Jackson uses her angel's gift of foreshadowing to hit what we've suspected for the last 15 minutes.
See, when I first came to the academy, I was really lost. He gave me confidence in myself. He gave me a belief in my own ability? I was thinking of the word power.
That's the same kind of convincing it took to get Cheryl Ladd to replace Farrah Fawcett.
You see, I never really believed that she committed suicide. That's why I came here.
When she was here, Dr. Clampett tried to help her. She wouldn't listen to him.
You know, I think we're getting very close to finding out what really happened to her.
Yeah, it's almost like you're talking to someone who was directly involved.
The police?
I don't know what's keeping them, but he could come back here looking for you two.
I'm sorry, I should have told you before. I just didn't know who to trust.
So I've decided to trust you, the guy whose face is literally being lit by the fire. You know, I know this guy is evil, but come on, he's so handsome. Can't we still find a way to pin it on this guy, the one who looks evil? Doesn't matter, just make another ew face. And prepare for the final commercial break of the movie.
Something funny's going on.
Yes, something funny's always going on with the Brady Bunch.
That's a lie. So Elizabeth becomes the last angel to get her wings as she figures out what the entire audience has already solved, which is that they're reenacting Manos? What the hell? So does that mean the guy earlier was the master, now replaced by Professor Kinda Timothy Bottoms? Works for me. The movie then shows us who else was in on the conspiracy, and they're mostly people we've barely seen in the movie. My God, was everyone a drag queen in the 70s? So Louis Cypher claims to be Satan and attempts to get Elizabeth to join his Angels Brigade, but instead she sets him on fire. No, that's just what someone claiming to be Satan would want you to do. Ooh, even that fire can't outdo Kate Jackson's hotness. Not that all of this matters because the professor turns up again to watch the place burn. Oh, what a twist! He was a dissolve cut this entire time. And he pooped. Oh, thank God it's over. That movie is not the worst movie I've ever seen. Satan's School for Girls is a movie that's pretty easy to find, gaining several upon several DVD releases over the years. Here it is in the Anton LaVey edition. Open that up and I'm sure a bat would fly out. And there's the no, this is a recent movie not made in 1973 edition. Also, don't forget about the actor still shots from completely different movies edition. A perfect 666? Is that a scale anyone ever strives to be on top of? Oh, starring Kat 9 Jackson. I love her work. Anyway, this movie has been released so many times, you'd have to be a damn fool to want to release this again. You hear me? A damn fool! I'll stick with real made-for-TV movies like Brian's song, Thank You Very Much.